Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rokakodash Shalom. Wa Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. When I say the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there, I'm talking about the children of Israel. Better yet, the sons of Israel, which includes men, women, and children. So I'm going to entitle this video, Who Are Israelites? The Sons of God. I'm going to use the word God. But we know that the word God, the word there, sometimes you come across the word God, it could be talking about an angel. Sometimes it could be talking about an Israelite man. Sometimes it could be talking about, I said angel, I said man. Sometimes it could be talking about the Son of the Most High, the number one Son of the Most High, which is our Lord, Yahushua in the Hebrew. God can also mean the Father. So when we deal with the word a son of God or a God, when guys like people like vocab say, well, is Jesus God? And we say, or should say, this is, by the way, back to the basics. I forgot to say this. Say that, back to the basics. Because when we do these videos, a lot of y'all do these videos to reach in your mind, men that maybe, you've been in this thing for 14 years, you're teaching on a level to men that's been in this thing about as long as you have, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. But we forget the newer brothers. There's always new brothers, and that, for that matter, new sisters that come in. When I say that, new, I mean maybe 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago. So when they come in, sometimes you got to go back to the basics. Because when you come into this truth, you come into this truth so you can learn, eat this roll, Ezekiel chapter 3, and go out and teach the house of Israel, or the sons of Israel, sons, daughters, children, men, women, and children of Israel. So when it says eat, when it was given to Ezekiel to eat the roll, meaning to digest the roll, get the whole book. You can't pick and choose what you like in the book because you failed to eat the whole roll. You learn that you're Israelite, your mother's an Edomite, and you change the gospel up because you want your mother to be delivered. The father left you, your mother, your Edomite mother, loved you, did everything she could in her power for you, and showed you complete love. But at the end of the day, she's an Edomite, she going into captivity. So you know in the book, you switch it up and say, nah, Edomites can make it too. Hey, they can make it all right. They can make it into captivity. That's the only thing they're going to be made, make it to. Captivity. That's it. So this is, knowing who we are as Israelites is very important. Although Vocab Malone says, well, see, these guys do teach the Bible based upon somebody's ethnicity, the ethnic background. Well, that's the only way you're going to come into this truth, because this truth is only for the Israelites. The only thing you Edomites is going to get is we're going to tell you your future, and it's bleak. It's not good. Doesn't end well for you guys. So as a a brother coming into this, you're going to encounter, you start teaching, you're going to encounter Edomites that know the scriptures. They know the Greek word for this and the Latin word for that, and they know some Hebrew, and they know the maps. Some of them receive degrees from various theological seminaries. I call them cemeteries. And they're going to test you. So you got to know how to deal with them. And you've seen this many times. If you watch all the videos, you should be watching as many videos as you can. You have like some what appears to be Edomites, because they could be Jakes too, fighting to get this truth, to get the blessing, but they look like Edomites. You have certain Edomites that'll find out. Let's say Sakari. That happens a lot with Sakari. You'll have certain what appears to be Edomites roll up on maybe one of the Dallas Sakari camp, or whatever Atlanta or whatever out there in the West. And they saw you on YouTube. They saw IUIC, IUCPK, GMS, Sakari, HOD, whatever. And they know, they checked out Vocab Malone, might have even spoken to Vocab Malone. Became a guest on Vocab Malone's show. And what they do is, in the back of their mind, they're saying, well, what if this is true? What if we can't make it? So what they'll do is they'll study the scriptures, study to show thyself approved. That's one thing Edomite do, Christians do. They do study. They do take this thing serious. That's why it's easy when a black Christian Baptist come up. They're easy because they don't know the scriptures. They don't study. One thing about these Edomites, or what appear to be Edomites, they do study thoroughly. They research. They go to maps. So if you're a novice in this thing, and one of those type of people roll up on you, you got to know how to navigate through these scriptures. And it's all about Israel. When you come into this truth, you have to be an Israelite first. So it is about your ethnic background. Scripture in the Greek is ethnos, which is another name for nation. So it says, who are Israelites to whom pertaineth, I'm not going to read this whole chapter, but I'll read maybe most of it, and I may go into the NLT, because this is the go-to scripture. Any one of y'all out there that is a part of GMS, you a new member of GMS, you a new member of IUIC, ISBK, Sakari, HOD, whatever, Pre-Sabak, whatever group. I mention that because of groups, camps, as they say. The actual word is company, a company of prophets. We use the word camp, but it's actually a company of prophets. Saul was with a company of prophets, prophesying. So let me read this verse, and I have pulled out some words, and I may go up another couple of verses. Maybe I'll go to the top, but let's see where the Spirit takes me. Because what I did was, all right, Romans 9, and what I did was I put in the word Israelites, and it popped up a bunch of times. Then it led me to the phrase sons of God. And I'm going to show you that the sons of God in John 1 are Israelites. You have to be an Israelite in order for you to be son of God. And if you're a son of God, all Israelites are sons of God. But when they come, when they wake up to this truth, they truly become sons of God because now they understand the scriptures. And those people that understand them scriptures, and they learn and they study and they become teachers, because anybody in GMS must be a teacher. You don't have helpers and so forth, but the majority of y'all must be teachers. You come in this thing to learn so you can teach. It says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, the Messiah came. Who did the Messiah come for? The Israelites only. That never changed. Who is over all, the Most High, forever, so be it, or amen. Now I'm going to pull out some words. I don't want to make this really long. Let's see where the Spirit takes me. But it's back to the basics. Back to the basics. Romans 9:4, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption. Now let's look up the word adoption. Now you're going to be surprised when you see this. So Romans 9 is dealing with the Israelites, not other nations. Now, when you read down into the 20s, the 21st, 24th verse around there speaks about the Gentiles. Those are Israelites. So let's pull out this word adoption. It's a Greek word.
Strong's G 5206. Weathesia. Weathesia.
Weathesia, which means adoption as sons. That relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites. So the adoption only pertains to who? The Israelites, national Israel, in reference to all other nations. So you got the Moabites, you got the Ammonites, you got the Ishmaelites, you got the Hamites, you got the Canaanites, you got the Girgashites, you got the Edomites, you got the sons of Japhet, you got the Elamites. So there's a difference. Romans 9 is strictly pinpointing that the Lord only came for the Israelites. So when you go into the New Testament and you come across the word Gentile and Greek and Grecian and heathen, depending on the context of that particular precept, if it's pertaining to or dealing with salvation for those Gentiles, those you can best believe, you can bet your bottom dollar that those are Israelites. Remember the Apostle Paul said to the Israelites in Corinth, ye were Gentiles, meaning they were Israelites, but they were in a Gentile state of mind. If you're of another nation, your future is captivity. But you better hope that you're an Ishmaelite or Hamite or something. You don't want to be the last nation you want to be is is a Edomite. You don't want to be an Edomite, man. You wanna hope that you might be an Israelite, or you better hope you're a Canaanite or Ishmaelite. I said Ishmael or Moabite or Ammonite. The one thing you don't want to be is an Edomite. Now, if you can't be an Israelite, hey, I can't help you. I can't do nothing for you, man. But if you're a Moabite, an Ammonite, a Ishmaelite, a Midianite, a Elamite, a Girgashite, a son of Japhet, you ain't gonna get it as bad as them Edomites, man. You're gonna be under us, serving us. But if you were Edomite, man, I wouldn't want to be an Edomite for all the tea in China. I wouldn't want to be an Edomite for all the gold in Fort Knox. And there's no gold in Fort Knox. Ain't no present. They don't even mention Fort Knox. So it says the relationship which God, I'm reading it verbatim, was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites. So the adoption in Romans 9 and 4 is only for the Israelites. Established between himself and the Israelites. And why did he have to adopt us? Because he cut us off. So it's like, I don't even know you. So now this son comes up and you adopt him. Actually, you're taking him back in. Because of Abraham, the promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, I used this analogy of you got a best friend, right? Y'all went through thick and thin. And your best friend, in his dying words, he says to his best friend that is still alive, he'll say, look, I'll do anything for you, brother. And he said, well, take care of my son. And his son is an asshole. He's always getting in trouble. So you really don't want to take care of that son. That ain't your son anyway, but you're going to do it for the sake of your friend. So the same things apply with the Most High and Abraham. We're going to be delivered because of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We were fortunate enough to come out of the lines of not just Abraham, not just Isaac, but Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Esau can say that they're from Abraham and Isaac, but they're not from Jacob. And furthermore, Esau wanted to kill his brother. So you know you done effed up. So it says the relationship which God verbatim was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites. Yeah, but the other nation, nope. Between himself and the Israelites, in preference to all other nations. The nature and condition of the true disciples in the Messiah. So only true disciples of Messiah, you have to be an Israelite. So can any of the 12 or the apostles be of another nation? No. They are all Israelites. Well, what about Simon the Canaanite? Simon of Cyrene. That's an Israelite. He's an Israelite. What about Judas Iscariot? It speaks about him, the Canaanite, which that word is from the Greek word, which means that goes back to the Hebrew. I'm not going to look for it. Somebody can put it in the chat. It goes back to Zealot. So none of the disciples were Canaanites or of any other nation. They were all Israelites. And they were all from the kingdom of Judah, whether they're Judah, Benjamin, or Levi. As a matter of fact, y'all should stop teaching about the wild olive branches, or they're talking about the northern kingdom, and they ain't talking about the northern kingdom. Some of y'all teach that Cornelius is of the northern kingdom. Cornelius is not of the northern kingdom. Cornelius line stem back to either Judah, Benjamin, or Levi, because the northern kingdom was already in the Americas. Now you did have a couple of the northern kingdom that stayed with Judah, so they could very well be part of the northern kingdom. But when y'all go into, like I said, Romans 11, that's talking about the northern, and they ain't talking about the northern kingdom. Ultimately, the northern kingdom will be added to Israel, but when Romans chapter 11 is referring to Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and then the northern kingdom, the ones that stayed among Judah. It says the nature and condition of the true disciples in the Messiah, who by receiving the Spirit, who can receive the Spirit? Israelites, of the Most High, into their souls become sons of God, the blessed state looked for in the future life after the visible return of the Messiah from heaven. What's going to happen after the future return of the Messiah in heaven? The kingdom. So who's going to be on top in the kingdom? Israelites only. Now it says here, the blessed state looked for in the future life after the visible return of Hamashiach from heaven. After the blessed, and through thy seed all the families of earth shall be blessed. That was given. That's a prophecy concerning Abraham. What seed was it talking about? Talking about Isaac, not Ishmael, not the sons of Keturah. Isaac having Jacob and Esau. It's not talking about Esau. It's talking about Jacob. Out of Jacob, they will. That's representative as all the nations of the earth. Meaning all the Israelites scattered throughout the planet Earth, they're going to be blessed. You other nations are not going to be blessed. And through thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed, are Israelites. So now I looked up sons of God. Below are the exact phrase matches. This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what, 11 or 12. It says Genesis 6 verse 2, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. So you got these people out here that don't understand the scriptures. They'll say, well, that's talking about the Anunnaki. That's talking about the angels. Looking at the daughters of men on earth. No, the sons of God, we descended from the sons of God, starting with Adam. The sons of God are Israelites, but they weren't being called. They were not labeled with the name or the title, the name Israel as of yet. We were known as the Hebrews. We were known as the sons of God. But when did that label come upon us? When Jacob's name was changed. When Jacob's name was changed, and he had sons, Whether he had sons before he was Israel or after he was Israel, ultimately they were all Israelites, sons of Jacob. That's why these people, these JJs, are going to get blasted the hell out of that land. And they're going to lead Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, into thermonuclear destruction. The whole world sees what's going on with the situation with Israel and so-called Hamas and the Palestinians. The whole world sees it. The only media that's trying to cover it up is a U.S. media. See, if you go to a store and you steal, and they not sure it's you, they suspect it's you, and they got the cameras out, and then after a month they capture you, and you say, "I'm gonna sue you. You falsely accused me of stealing. I didn't do shit." They bring your ass to court. They show all the videos of you walking in the store, stealing shit. You know, it might be 50, 60 times that you done stole shit. So that's grand theft upon grand, that's grand theft. Even though you stole something for $50 here, you stole something else for $25. It all added up, and you can't get around it. So this thing that's happened over there in Palestine, the land of Palestine, Israel, the whole world sees that shit. It said there were giants in the earth in those days. And that word for giants is Nephilim, which means fallen ones. We are the fallen ones. What is it? How does it go? That left their first estate. The angels that left their first estate. Michael never left his first estate. The four archangels never left their first estate. It was us. We are the angels that left our first estate. That's why right here it says sons of God. We are the sons of God in these weak bodies. We're going to get up out of here soon. You can see this system crumbling. It's only a matter of time. We're counting down to the months of this man going down. There were giants in the earth in those days. Those are Israelites. And also after that, when the sons of God, Israelites, came, before they were called Israelites, labeled as Israelites, came unto the daughters of men, the other nations, and they bare children of them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Like you got the NBA. You look at LeBron James, that dude got to, bow down and get up under the door. Them dudes are straight up giants. But at the same time, you got individuals like Floyd Mayweather. He's a giant, although he's not 6'9". We're great ones. Job 1 verse 6, and it says pretty much the same thing in Job 2 verse 1. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. So is Satan one of the sons of God? You got that right, he is. Are those demons, are they sons of God? Yes, they are. Did Satan plan a war against the Most High? Hell to the goddamn no. Christians say, no, there was a war in heaven. I said, where's that in the scriptures? They don't know where it's at in the scriptures. what was the book? It was a book called put up by the Mormons. I believe the book is Paradise Gone or something like that. Paradise Lost. So them Christians heard it and ran with it, but there's no scripture. They might bring out Isaiah. They'll say Lucifer. Lucifer is just talking about the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, the Edomites, the elite of Edom. Job 38 verse 7, when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God, the right hand side and the left hand side, the righteous angels and the wicked angels, shouted for joy. Because the angels on the left hand side and the right hand side are in order. Did not the demons that possessed the man that was the demon called himself Legion? For we are many. Did not he immediately praise Yahweh? Yahweh Shai? John 1 verse 12. But as many as received him, Yahweh Shai, to him, you got to read this whole chapter. To him gave he power to become sons of God. Before you received power to become sons of God, what did you have to be before that? You had to be an Israelite. If you have power to become a son of God, then you are one of the elect. You were called and you were chosen, not just called. Back to the basics. Even to them that believe on his name. Wait a minute. So if you don't know his name, them demons knew the name immediately. The demons didn't say Most High and Christ bless. The demons, they praise Yahweh Shai. Right? So what must you have to become a son of God? You must have the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, even to them that believe on his name. So if I don't know the name of the, well, guess what? You're just an Israelite. You're just going to be a citizen in Israel. You're going to take that charagma and you're going to die on this side, but you're going to come back. You're not going to burn in hell like certain idiots teach. Certain morons teach. Some Roman Catholic doctrine. Remember, Tazadakia, the so-called God-sent comforter, he taught that there was a hell. Romans 8 and 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High. And what's the Spirit? It's the Spirit of truth, which is the Word. My word is truth. Romans 8 verse 19, for the earnest expectation of the creature, people on the earth, starting with the Israelites, waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. When will the sons of God be manifested? They're being manifested right now, before your eyes. I will assemble them before you. But the Most High has yet to change us. Philippians 2 verse 15. That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, or the sons of the Most High, without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. That crooked and perverse nation are these Israelites. Because the majority of our people is not going to get it, so they're going to have to die. Among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Now, what does that mean? Among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Go to Sarnetta's page. Any video that he puts up, 99% of the videos that he put up, it has something to do with the Israelites, the Bible, the scriptures. What's better for our community, the Bible or The book of the dead. Did the Israelites steal the you know, get the Lord from the 42 negative confessions? Everything he does, he based that Kemetic nonsense with 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 Israelism. I use the word Israelism. I borrow that word from vocab Malone. It says, "Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, the Israelites," starting with the elect, "that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not." So when people can't get it, because they couldn't get it back then, they were not. They were never part of the great calling. They were just citizens in Israel. First John 3 verse 2, "Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth and does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear," Yahweh shall appear, "we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." Now, when is that going to happen? When the Lord come back, when he beams us up? At the change, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, around about this 50th verse on down, it said we're going to be changed in a moment and a twinkling in the eye. That's a precept that should come to mind when you read this precept. We're going to be changed. And this is what we're looking for. Then we will commence to start busting your ass. Real talk. You see, this is very basic, but it's very necessary and it's very interesting. And I even read the whole verse. Now, anybody that jump up and say, "Well, let's talk about spiritual Israel," read the 3rd verse. "For my brother and my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory." What's the glory? And the covenants. First covenant and the old covenant and the new covenant. And the giving of the law. Because we're going to teach the laws in the kingdom. The law is going to be programmed in us. That's what the second covenant was all about. Christians can't even understand that. Oh, the new covenant is when we don't got to keep the laws. No, the new covenant, we're gonna keep the laws perfectly because the Most High is gonna make us perfect beings. And the giving of the law and the services of the Most High, the promises, the services of the Most High is what? The priests. We're going to administer the law to the other nations. And if you go against it, first of all, you're not going to break no laws because we're going to be on your ass. You're going to be busy. We're going to keep you devils busy. We're going to keep you heathens busy. You're going to constantly be on the watch. And if you go this way, we got you. If you go that way, we got you. Now let me do this. Let me deal with the word glory. See, we're not in our glory at this particular time.
Strong's G 1391. Doxa. Doxa.
Judgment, few opinion. Estimate whether good or bad concerning someone. In the New Testament, always a good opinion concerning one, resulting in praise, honor, and glory. Praise, honor, and glory is going to come in the kingdom. Magnificence, excellence, preeminence, dignity, because we're gonna go back to our royal station. Grace, a thing belonging to the Most High, the kingly majesty which belongs to him as supreme ruler, majesty in the sense of the absolute perfection of the deity. We're going to be absolutely perfect because the Most High is going to program us to be absolutely perfect. A thing belonging to the Messiah, the kingly majesty of the Messiah. We are joint heirs, Romans 8, 16, I believe. The absolutely perfect inward or personal excellence of the Messiah. So we're going to be just like him. I just read that in 1 John. The majesty, which is the kingdom of the angels. We're going to be in our angelic, extraterrestrial / celestial bodies, as apparent in their exterior brightness. Daniel 12. There's going to be a glow about us. A most glorious condition, the kingdom, most exalted state. So what the hell you mean through Abraham shall all the families of the earth be blessed? All the families of the earth being blessed are the Israelites. How the hell you going to have a kingdom when everybody's blessed? Honor, praise, glorious, dignity, worship. We're going to be worshiped. Glory. Back to. And the covenants. We know what the covenants are. Matter of fact, let me go to that. So you can't go wrong when you're dealing with a Christian and they say, well, the Lord came for more than just Israel. I agree with you. The Lord did come for Israel, but he came for the heathens as well. You go to Romans chapter 9.
Strong's G 1242. Diatheke. Diatheke.
After his death, a testament or will, a compact or covenant, which is agreement, a testament, God's covenant with Noah. Yeah, the covenant that the Most High made with Noah is a rainbow. And that went to everybody. Everybody was blessed with that, meaning the earth will never be overflooded again. But the Lord didn't say anything about setting the earth on fire. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next one. Shalom.